Hi, my dudes, this is Math Time with Mr. G, and we are going to study for your topic 8 and 9 test. So what's the difference between sample versus population? This is just part of the population. The population is everyone. Random means I just close my eyes, point, and say you are part of my sample. Representative means that I first filter either by grade level, by age, by gender, something, and then I randomly select amongst those people randomly to create my sample. And percent of a sample size is if it is a small enough sample, such as like a school, we say 10%. However, if we're talking about the country like the United States, where 10% would mean we'd interview millions of people, we just need, and I know it sounds crazy, 0.001% to have enough people to represent the country. So most of the time, we're talking 10% because of how small our size is. Mean versus median. Mean and median are both the middle, but this is more like an average, and this is the true middle. Mean is when all the numbers are kind of close together, like 2 through 10. And median is when we have a huge outlier like 100. So to find the mean, I would add all these together. So 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 6 plus 10. And I get 26. Divide by how many pieces of data? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To get 5.2. So 5.2 is my middle. And then my median is I take the biggest number and the smallest number and I cross it out until I get to the very middle. So 3 is my median for that one. Okay, let's say they wanted to make a box and whiskers plot. So first, I would make a number line. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 whisker is at the most extremes on both ends. Then I have to find the median by crossing out 1 from each side until I get to the very middle. And my very middle is between 4 and 5, so I have to add those together and then divide by 2 to get to 4.5. So 4.5 is my median. Then I have to find Q3, which is I take 1 from each side and I keep crossing until I find the very middle of that one. So Q1 is also 2. So my min and Q1 are right on top of each other. Then I go to the other side and I cross out until I get to the very middle here. So here is my box. Here is my whisker. So my max was 8. My min was 2. My range is subtracting those two numbers. My median was 4.5. Q1 was 2. Q3 was 6. And my IQR subtracting those two numbers. My MAD is when I first have to find the mean of all of these. So I'm going to add 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7, 7, 7, 8, and 10. And I get 59. Divide by however many pieces of data there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So divided by 10 is 5.9. So there's my mean. So done with that one. Then I have to find the average. So it's 5.9 minus 2 minus 3 minus 4 minus 5, and then I switch it so that I always have a positive answer. And then I just subtract and find the answers to all those. So that's going to be 3.9, 2.9, 1.9, 0.9, 0.1, 1.1, 2.1, and 4.1. So there is the average. Now I have to add all those numbers together. So 3.9 plus 2.9 plus 1.9 plus 0.9 plus 0.1 plus 1.1 plus 1.1 plus 1.1 plus 2.1 plus 4.1. And I get 19.2. And then I still have to divide by the 10 pieces of data that I have, 1.92. So our average was 5.9. So if I add 1.92 to that, 7.8, and then I take 5.9, and I subtract 1.92, 3.98. If you are in this range, we would consider you normal. So from here to about here, these people answered are, quote, normal. And then if I added again, this 1.92 to both sides, I would get 9.72. And then again, if I subtracted from this side that 1.92, answers that are between 206 and 97 are not considered normal, but they're not abnormal. These people have extreme cases. Okay, let's say that we're playing a game of blackjack. I have a 3 and a 9, and the dealer has an ace. What's the probability that we do not bust? So we have 12. To not bust would be to get a 9 or lower. Okay. One of the aces was taken by the dealer, so there's only 3 aces left. There are 4 2s left. We have one of the 3s, so there's only 3 3s left. 4 4s, 4 5s, 4 6s, 4 7s, 4 8s, and we have one of the 9s, so there's only 3 9s left. So there's a total of 49 cards left in the deck, and then we add up all the possibilities that are good for us. So 3 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 3 plus 4 plus 3. 33 cards in the deck are good for us, divided by how many cards are available, or 67%. And since that's above that 51%, it is likely that we do not bust. So we should definitely take a hit. All right, there are 4 blue marbles and 5 red marbles. A blue marble was selected at random and not put back in the bag. What is the probability that the second marble is also blue? So that means that there was 4 blue marbles out of 9 possible. Then there was only 8 marbles left because they didn't put it back. And there would only be 3 marbles left after the situation. So that would mean that there are a possibility of 12 out of 72, or a 17% chance of us grabbing 2 blues back to back. Other than that, be kind to one another, ask lots of questions, and think deeply.